Well, the breaking news continues now because Lee Carsley is named his first England squad since being appointed as interim manager. England, of course, back in action for the first time since that Euro final defeat to Spain, and Gareth Southgate stepping down. They face the Republic of Ireland and Finland in the Nations League next week. We are going to be hearing from Carsley very soon indeed, but let me just run you through the key inclusions. Noni Madueke gets his first call-up following that hat-trick at the weekend for Chelsea. He's one of 4 players getting their first call-up alongside Lille's Angel Gomes, Newcastle's Tino Livramento and Nottingham Forest's Mogan Gibbs-White. Elsewhere, Nick Pope is also back, as well as Harry Maguire, who missed the Euros because of injury. There is no Jude Bellingham or Luke Shaw because of injury. Ivan Toney, he hasn't featured for Brentford this season as well. He's not there, of course. No Kieran Trippier after he announced his retirement from international football earlier this afternoon. And as expected, Arsenal's Ben White also not in the squad. Let me just quickly run you through the full squad. So it is Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford and Nick Pope, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Levi Colwill, Mark Guéhi, Ezri Konsa, Rico Lewis, Tino Livramento, Harry Maguire, John Stones, then Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher, Mogan Gibbs-White, Angel Gomes, Kobbie Mainoo, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice and Jared Bowen, Eberechi Eze, Jack Grealish, Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, Noni Madueke, Bukayo Saka and Ollie Watkins. You can, of course, get more details over on our website. And Lee Carsley has just sat down. Let's hear from him now.
Lee, nice to see you.
Rob?
I'm just behind here, look, back left.
Okay.
First time we've seen you since you've got the job, so first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
How proud are you to call yourself the, all right, interim, but the men's senior England manager?
Yeah, I think it's a real proud moment, obviously, for my family and myself. I think it's been a really hectic couple of weeks, trying to get my head around the magnitude of the job, the getting around to as many games as I can, try and see as many players as I can. I've been lucky or unlucky in the past that I've done this before in terms of taking over it from a short-term point of view, obviously at club level. Generally, you go into a club where things aren't going very well, but obviously this is the opposite. I think it's fair to say the job that Gareth and Steve did and the position that I'm picking the current squad up are in a totally different position than what they inherited. I think the expectation now around the squad and the players is really exciting. So I understand that I'm in a really privileged position, one that I'm really looking forward to. I'm excited about it. Looking forward to meeting up with the players. Getting to the squad out today was an important bit. It was important that, like I spoke about before, putting my own stamp on the squad a little bit, but recognising how well they've done in the past. We've been so close a couple of times, and recognising that. So, but I thought it was important that we put some fresh faces in and put our own little mark on the squad.
You'll be expecting this next question. You've got the job on an interim basis.
Yeah.
Do you want it long term?
I think for me that's not really important. Again, the mistakes I've made in the past when I've been in these kind of positions is that I spend that much time telling people that I don't want the job and I actually forget to do the job. So for me, the most important thing is the camp, is the games. The priority is to get out of the Nations League B. That's a big thing. And just doing a good job. I don't really worry too much about the future too much. It's really important that I'll concentrate on today and tomorrow.
We've seen your under-21s side playing a really attacking style.
Yeah.
Is that one of your kind of key principles? And I wonder if you can give us an idea of what your style is going to be like for the men's senior team and whether it will differ, how it will differ from Gareth Southgate's sort of style.
I won't really say it was my style. I think I'm really, really fortunate with the pool of players we've got to pick from. We've got some really exciting attacking players. So if you can get players in positions where they're very, very strong, they give people a chance to showcase their ability. That's a big thing. You'd have seen in the summer we had to be quite creative with the way that we played because we had a lack of players in certain positions. So the position on the pitch is just as important in terms of getting players into areas where they can be creative and create chances and attack. But the opposite to that is understanding that you've got to dominate your opponent in and out of possession. That's a really big thing. It's great that we want to be seen as an attacking team, but from the Summers' point of view, we went through the whole tournament and didn't concede a goal, which was testament to the defenders as well and the way that they defended their own box. So playing to the players' strengths would be a big part of the philosophy. Cheers, Rob.
Hi, Lee.
Alex, you all right?
As you mentioned there, you won the Euros last summer. There's 5 of those players from that squad in this one. How important was that for you to bring those through and to work with the players that you don't know so well already? Yeah, I think looking at the squad that we've picked today, I've worked with the majority of them, whether that be whether I was when I was assisting the 21s before or work with them currently. So I think it was important to not only with the players but get staff around me as well that understand how I work and how I want to see a camp run. Understand the quick turnaround between days between meet up and match preparation and playing in the game. So the players that have been called up and that are their first caps are really exciting players. They're very proud. It was great phone calls to make this morning to congratulate them and they fully deserve the chance that they're going to get. And just ask about 2 of those players you've called up, particularly in midfield, Mogan Gibbs-White and Angel Gomes. What can they bring to the squad?
So I'm sure people will be a lot more aware of Morgan maybe than Angel. Morgan's a very attacking player, full of energy, very creative, very exciting, brilliant attitude, excellent work rate, very difficult to play against. He's been really successful with England, which I thought as well was important. That a lot of these players that we've called in are used to winning. They're used to winning and getting to latter stage of tournaments and doing really well. Morgan and Angel, for instance, would have been part of that World Cup team a few years back that won. Obviously, they've done the Euros as well, so that was an important thing. Angel's probably different to what we would have seen in the past in terms of the centre midfielder. That's probably a little bit more physical, more robust. Angel's very technical. He controls the game with his skill and his technique. He's very, very determined. He's got an excellent attitude. Loves football. Like I say, technically and tactically, he's excellent. And I think he's a player that people are going to really be excited to see.
And in defence, a big name back in Harry Maguire and one missing in Kyle Walker. Just tell us about those 2, please. Yeah,
so it was important. Like I said before, that we put our own mark on the squad. I think the fact that Kyle hasn't played this season, would suggest that City are potentially phasing him in gently. We have to respect that. I think it's important that players that are coming in are ready to play and are up to speed. And I think that's going to be a big thing of the squad. That I'd say 98% of the squad have played a lot of minutes so far this season and are in a good position. Harry Maguire obviously missed out on the Euro squad through injury. I see him as a real good leader, especially with the centre backs that we've got as well, along with John Stones, Ez and Levi. Good young defenders and Mark that are still learning the game. But I think from someone like him will be a good example for him.
Carrie, nice to meet you. Congratulations on the interim appointment. You worked very closely with Gareth Southgate in the past. What conversations have you had on the build-up to today?
Obviously, it would be unfair to tell you what we spoke about, but he's very supportive of myself. We had a great relationship, as I did with Steve as well, and the job that they did, especially from a 21's point of view, made it so much easier for me to manage the squad. And the seamless process where the players went between the 21s and the senior team, and the communication and managing that was made my job a lot easier. Like I said, they're both really supportive, and they're definitely 2 coaches and people that I'll be looking to help me in the future.
Gareth Southgate, the most successful manager since Alf Ramsey, but the expectation had then risen on him, and he faced a lot of negativity and some really ugly scenes during reaching a European final. Did that make you question taking up this interim position at all?
No, not really. I think I'm really, really confident in the job that I can do. I think with the players that we've got as well, we've got a real capability of doing so well in the future. I think not only with the senior team, the 21s and the rest of the pathway, we've got some really exciting players in the system. So to get to a major final and to qualify for a final especially is no mean feat. So And I think we're all aware that the next candidate that comes in, the objectives are quite simple. It's to win a major tournament. So that'll be the case in the future, I'm sure.
And at left back, the ongoing problem, but quite good to have someone like Ashley Cole in your team then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Ash is he's someone that I've worked with now with the 21s, along with Jolien, Tim Dittmer. People that I really trust, that have got a great way about them, good coaches, but more importantly, good people. And I think especially with some of the age of some of the players in the squad, to have someone that they can talk to about different experiences on and off the pitch, is really invaluable. But Ash has been brilliant for us.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thank you.
Pass to Henry, but we'll go to Jack Pitbrook next. Jack.
Hi, Lee. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We've seen with Scaloni and De La Fuente and Southgate himself, coaches stepping up from under 21s, under 20s, Olympic teams. Why do you think there is that trend at the moment?
I think maybe it's quite different to work international football to club football in terms of the amount of contact time, especially that you get with players, understanding what players are in the system as well in terms of the ones that you can select is really helpful. And obviously, you've seen how Spain done in the future. I don't think it's a blueprint by any means. I think managing international players at the minute really suits me. Really suits the way that I want to coach. It helps that the players that you are coaching when you do pick a squad, which is quite different to a club team, is that you're basically picking the best players to play in a certain way and hopefully to do well. So, but I can see that there's, I don't see that as a blueprint, but it's been quite a successful one for Spain.
You've listed Trent amongst the defenders. Gareth used to list him amongst the midfielders. Where do you see his very special talents working best for England? Yeah,
well, I think for me, for this camp especially, he'll be a right back, be playing in defence. I think Trent, like a lot of the players, especially modern day fullbacks, especially, have got all round attributes that almost turn him into midfielders. He's very comfortable receiving the ball. He's got a great range of passing. As has Rico and Kyle Walker-Peters, I watched as well at Southampton the other day. They're very comfortable in possession and playing forwards and receiving the ball. So at some point, I would imagine we'll see Trent arriving into that kind of area, but I see him as a right back.
Jack Pitbrook.
Hi, Lee. What's your thinking in terms of whether this is a squad for these two games or for the long-term future?
Well, these two games especially, I think it was important that at this point of the season, looking back on my previous Septembers, it's important that you pick a squad with players that can hit the ground running, that have already got match minutes into their legs, because there's no way that we can underestimate Republic of Ireland and Finland. Two tough games, especially the first game in Dublin. So. That was my thinking. Players that aren't involved definitely aren't ruled out. I don't think I'm in the position to, rule players in or out. All of the staff are going to a lot of games and watching all of their minutes, all of their touches. So anyone that's played in the past or in the future has got a chance of being in the next squad. It's really important for me that they're playing well and they're in form and they're pushing on. I think that's it. I think when a squad is named, there should be a proud moment that you deserve to get in the squad, and I'm sure these players feel that.
There's obviously going to be a lot of attention on you personally taking the England team to Ireland next week. Just to clarify, your family's roots are in rural County Cork.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Can you just talk about how important that is to you?
Well, it was a real proud part of my career. 40 caps for the Republic of Ireland is something that I'm proud of. I'm as equally as proud of today. Being named interim manager, head coach of England is a massive achievement and something that I don't underestimate. But I'm definitely proud of my heritage. I was back in Cork in the summer at a family reunion, so it was good timing that to go back and see so many family. Something that I'm really looking forward to the game in Dublin. I think it's going to be a brilliant occasion, a proud moment. Obviously. I've not been back to Dublin for a while in terms of from a football point of view, but it's a match that I'm really motivated for. Cannot wait to get there.
No, are we right? Is your family from Dunmanway?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Back to James, Ollie. Cheers.
Hi, Lee. Congratulations and
Thank you.
good luck.
Cheers.
Just firstly, can you just tell us sort of when and how you found out the FA wanted you to be the interim coach?
Yeah, so obviously Gareth had made his decision, and it was probably a couple of days later where myself and John McDermott had a conversation, very informal. We speak most days anyway. Basically, just thinking about what my thoughts were. I suppose if it was something that I would be not willing to do but capable of, because it's obviously a big responsibility. I think the fact that I've worked with so many players, I understand an international camp, I understand selection. I probably see myself as maybe a safe pair of hands at the minute. So yeah, it was a really easy decision. Really proud moment. I've always said all along that I feel really supported and trusted by not only John but the rest of the people on the board have made me feel so supported, and I've always felt that. So, I don't feel like it's me and it's my decision. I feel like I've got a really strong team of staff behind me that are part of this little period.